welcome to my new blog post 1 for SQL Server series. And in this blog post, we are going to discuss about database management system. I'm not going to give you an overview about the database management system, but we actually first we need to learn about like why do we need actually database management systems. So let's start. So, database management system or DBMS in short refers to the technology of storing and retrieving users' data with utmost efficiency along with the appropriate security measures. So, in further blogs, I'm going to explain more about like what is architecture, data models, data schemas, and data independence, entity relationship models, relationship modeling, relationship database designs, and storage and file structures, and much more. So, when we talk about DBMS, is actually traditionally the data was organized in various file formats. DBMS was a new concept back then, and all the research was done to make it overcome the deficiencies in traditional style of data management. So a modern DBMS has basically following characteristics. First characteristics is real world entity. Basically, when we talk about real world entity, it means a modern DBMS is more realistic and uses real world entities to design its architecture. It uses the behavior and attributes too. For example, a school database or a canteen based database may use students as an entity and their age as an attribute. We will discuss further about this entity and attribute relation in future blocks. Next comes the relation based tables. When we talk about relation-based tables, it means the BMS allows entities and relations among them to form tables. So user can understand the architecture of database just by looking at the table names and get the overview about the database. Next one is basically isolation of data and its applications. So when we talk about database system, the database system is actually entirely different than its data. A database is an active entity, whereas data is said to be passive, on which the database works and organizes. DBMS also stores various kind of metadata, which is data about the data to ease its own process. Then there is a talk about less redundancy. DBMS follows the rules of very normalization, first NF, second NF, three NF, which splits a relation when any of its attributes is having a redundancy in values. Normalization is a mathematically rich and scientific process that reduces data redundancy. Last one uh, is consistency. Consistency is a state where every relation in a database remains consistent. So there exist methods and techniques which can detect attempt of leaving database in inconsistent state. Database can provide greater consistency as compared to earlier form of data storing applications like file processing systems. And the last one is basically query language. So DBMS is equipped with query language, which makes it more efficient to retrieve and manipulate data. A user can apply as many and as different filtering option as required to retrieve a data set. Traditionally, it was not possible where file processing system was used. So this is where SQL comes in. Now we are going to learn more about something more about database management systems. So first you need to remember like database is basically a collection of related data, and that data is a collection of facts and figures that can be processed to produce more information. So Mostly data represents recordable facts, and data aids in producing information which is based on facts. For example, if we have data about marks obtained by all students, we can then conclude about toppers and the average marks. This is a basic example that is coming out of database. So a database management system stores data in such a way that it becomes easier to retrieve, manipulate, and produce information. So there are some properties, like first one is acid properties. Database basically follows the concept of A stands for atomicity, to C stands for consistency, I stands for isolation, and D stands for durability. And normally this is shortened as, or abbreviation. It is the abbreviation of ACID. So these concepts are applied on transactions which manipulate data in database. ACID properties help the database stay healthy in multi-transactional environments and in case of failure. We will learn more about ACID in detail in future blogs. Then uh, then there is multi-user and concurrent access. When we talk about multi-user and the concurrent access, database supports multi-user environment and allows them to access and manipulate data in parallel. Though there are basically there are various restriction on the transactions when user attempts to handle the same data item, but users are always unaware of them. So user also be given multiple views. So database DBMS offers multiple views for different users. A user who is in sales department will have a different view of database than a person working in a production in department. These features enable the users to have a concrete value of the database according to their requirements. This is something which is related to database administration. Last one is security. Features like multiple views offer security to some extent, where users are unable to access data of other users and departments. DBMS offers methods to impose constraints while entering data into database and retrieving the same at a later stage. DBMS offers many different levels of security features, which enables multiple users to have different views with different features. For example, a user in sales department cannot see the data that belongs to purchase department. Additionally, it can also be managed how much data of the sales department should be displayed in the users to the users. Sorry. Since the DBMS is not saved on the disk as a traditional file systems, it is very hard for miscreants to break the code. So this is something that why we need DBMS and what. So in next topic, I'm going to elaborate more about what is actually database, and I will give you a brief overview about the database.